Happy New Year's, guys. It's Eric here from E&M Guns. Today we're talking about advertising towards children from the firearm industry. Stay tuned. So as we watch this clip, I want you to keep in mind that this is from a anti-gun group, and their bias is obviously going to be where it's going to be. But let's take a quick peek at this little video, and then I'll show you some other interesting stuff.
In 2013, Americans were shocked when a 5-year-old boy unintentionally shot and killed his 2-year-old sister with his own gun. In fact, the gun used in the shooting was a youth rifle especially designed for children. That wasn't the only time. Week after week, we see children with access to guns unintentionally killing other children. Yet today's gun industry is actively working to create a youth gun culture by marketing guns to kids. Youth rifles in child-friendly colors, including pink guns for little girls. Why? Because today's gun owners are aging and household gun ownership is on the decline. And just as the tobacco industry needs replacement smokers, the gun industry needs replacement shooters. But while the gun industry looks for new profit centers, children and families are paying the ultimate price. Tell the gun industry, kids and guns don't mix.
So I did a little research into this and how the gun industry is marketing to youth is through youth magazines for firearms. They're advertising in these youth and NRA, they're advertising in magazines like this, concealed carry. They're advertising to the adults as well, because it's going to be the adult that has to agree to buy them the gun. TW Tactical doing the JR-15, a little shorter version of the AR-15, designed for youth. I don't see anything wrong with getting a gun that properly fits a smaller frame person, a youth, 5 to a 13-year-old, and let them learn the safety and ethics of owning a firearm and being responsible with it. But that gun still needs to come from the parents. So I don't understand the uprise of why we're upset that we're marketing to children. Normal kids aren't seeing these ads, not unless their parents are buying magazines or getting them sent to them. The one magazine I did see that was advertised specifically for kids was a youth shooters magazine. So as far as like regular advertising, 2013, you saw the end of basically national television, Fox, CBS, ABC, NBC, all those stations not take firearm ads. In fact, the Super Bowl in 2013 turned down Daniel Defense's ad for a commercial. So as far as saying that firearm manufacturers are targeting youth, yes and no. And is it a bad thing? No, because the parents still need to help purchase and show the kids how to be safe with it. I did a little bit of research, like video games. I was thinking, well, maybe they're targeting them in video games. Most of the guns, if you look at Grand Theft Auto, one of the most popular video games out there, probably every teenage boy has played that game. Every 8-year-old, 9-year-old has conned their parent, oh, it's an okay game. I used to play it. And I would hear some very young voices in chat. So I know there's young, under 10-year-olds that play this game. But even in their description of firearms, they're a mix of firearms. They've kind of Frankenized, like a Glock 17 or a Beretta. They're not, exact duplicates of, and the names aren't even the same as the real gun. So to me, it doesn't sound like we're technically marketing to kids. That game premise is, you need firearms to maneuver around that game and make progress in it. I'm going to show you a couple commercials that I would love to see on the internet. Probably never will, but you got one from, Glock did some. The first one I'll play is for a brace pistol. Great commercials. I mean, they're just funny. Let's watch those and I'll come back with my final thought. So in the end, Mark, appealing to youth in a sport that most adults enjoy, and quite honestly, I believe I shot my first shotgun at 12. Might have been a little younger. But to come into the market with guns specifically designed for youth, I think is a great idea. I think that's a great way to share the passion of the Second Amendment with the youth and to get them in the lifetime of owning firearms and how to be safe with them. On the note that they're talking about these kids getting shot, I would say 99 of 100% of gun owners, like myself, we are for safe storage. I believe the gun that's under my bed isn't a safe. I have a safe in the room here. I would love to have a bigger gun safe that I could shoot videos and have them up on the wall, but I'd have to take them down and put them in a safe every time I shot a video, and I'm just being honest with you, I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. I have a detached garage that maybe someday I will do a gun safe out there with a nice door and, you know, make it big enough that I can kind of lounge in there and do videos. But for now, you know, each gun I kind of show you I needs to be locked up after we're done. We don't want to leave guns. My biggest fear is I don't want a criminal to get a hold of my gun and sell it to somebody else. I don't want them gathering my gun and using it for a crime. My guns are my guns. You go buy your own. You guys have a happy new year. Be safe. Drink responsible. Love you. Peace out.